feel good. Like I didn't really know much about Darren. I knew he was 3-0, and he got all submissions. Like so, I knew he was good enough. Like 3 pro fights. So I was looking forward to it. Like all over the social media, everybody that was that knew me and knew him was looking forward to the fight. So I expected a good fight. And he brought it to me the first few minutes of the fight. So I'm glad.
You've had a bit of a whirlwind few months, you know. I last saw you in Vegas on the way to capturing the BAMMA world title. Was making your pro debut, you know, so soon in your plans?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Like that was actually my plan. Like, because at the start of my amateur career, MMA, because I come from a boxing background, so I had a few fights. When I started MMA, I was planning on getting like 10 fights and then going pro. After the IMMAF, I got to 11 fights. I was 11-2. Then, but this was definitely how it was meant to go in my head. And anyway, and I was talking to my coach John Covenant about it, where my career is going, and it seems to be going to plan.
You know, winning that world title seems to put you in the spotlight to the point where you were signed up to the Cage fight team.
Yeah.
What did it feel like, you know, when the Prince of Bahrain spotted you and wanted you to be part of his new team?
Oh, it was unbelievable, like, because when the boys from Bahrain were talking to me at the IMMAF, I don't know who they were, like they were like taking my details and stuff. I was just giving them, but I didn't know what it was all about. Then I got talking and went down to Bahrain, and it's the best thing, like that young fighter like me, just my first professional fight, to get this opportunity they're given, like is unbelievable. I couldn't ask for anything better. I don't think there's anything in MMA like this. Like, do you know what I mean? The way they have it planned out, the way they're helping amateur fighters, professional fighters do what they do, and just to represent Bahrain and KHK, it's an unbelievable thing what they're doing over there.
And what platform do you feel that the IMF World Championships gave you as a fighter, which has enabled you to, you know?
Well, I got my name out there, like in Europe, I reckon. I don't think anybody knew my name before that outside Ireland. So that got my name out there. Like I see a lot of people going, oh yeah, you won this IMF thing, and so yeah, that's what it is.
Talk a bit about the fight, because it was brilliant stand-up you had there, and you knocked him down, and then you stepped away as if the ref was going to stop it. You landed a couple after that, and you almost looked upset that you had to land those 2.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Do you think it was stopped late?
I think it was, like, but the ref kind of, like, I wouldn't really blame the ref, like, but when I hit the guy, he was on the ground. He was in a defensive position, but I could see his eyes were gone. Like I was wide open for them shots. There really was no need for it. But in the ref's point of view, obviously he couldn't just call it off after that. Because imagine if your man was complaining about it, he probably would have won the case because he was in a defensive position. Yeah. But I don't like getting them extra shots in like that, because they were just 2 clean shots that there was not even defending them. He just looked defensive, like, you know what I mean. But it's going to happen sometimes. Like we're fighting, so it's going to happen. But it's part of the game. Yeah.
You made a massive statement tonight with your first professional victory, and obviously, as you alluded to earlier, you're kind of under the global spotlight now. Where do you see yourself fighting next? Is there anyone in particular or anywhere in particular you want to fight?
Well, I don't really have any plans to who I want to fight with for now. Like, I'm just starting off with KHK. I just want to fight for them wherever opportunity gives, but I think I'm going to be on BAMMA the next few times. So BAMMA's who I'm going to be fighting for the next few fights, I think. So yeah, that's all I know for now. I haven't really planned too far ahead.
And obviously a great moment for you with the victory tonight, but surely you're a bit upset after hearing about South Africa's result and their loss to
Japan! I didn't know Japan had a rugby team. Yeah, the kid in there just told me. I couldn't believe it. Like, I couldn't believe it. There must be something wrong in the air or something.
We'll move on.
Let's move on.
just before you split, you gave yourself a little moment at the end of the fight. I saw you go to your knees and sort of take a deep breath. Was there a lot of nerves going into pro debut? What sort of thoughts were you having at the end of the fight?
Well, to be honest, I was calming off, like, because I'm a calm person. Like, that's probably a bad thing sometimes, but
I love it. Alright,
he's not talking to me.
Someone loves it.
Yeah, someone loves it. But yeah, I don't get too nervous. Like before a fight, I like to take a nap, relax, shake out. Once I'm warm, I'm okay. Like, you know, obviously, like when you're walking out and stuff, you're like, all right, I'm about to get into a fight. I don't get way too nervous though. Like, do you know what I mean? But you need a bit of nerves, obviously, every now and then. But I felt good. Like I felt ready. Well, once I'm fit, then there's no need for nerves. And I felt fit. I trained real good for it, so I was confident.
Looks good, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Cheers, man.
Congrats on the win.
All right.